Will Dawkins, 15 months, if I'm not mistaken, to be exact, a full circle around the lap. I'm curious about relationship building and how it's gone for you after this 1 year under your belt.
Yeah, I think it's been important. We talked about at the end of last season, a lot of our players made intentional gains in terms of their game as individuals, but as a team, we hadn't made enough team success, achieved our team goals. And we thought, hey, how do we connect? Will that help our cohesiveness between the lines as a team? And we think it did. And we think it would. So for us, our guys were back here right away. They were here in May. A lot of our young guys were working in June. Kyle brought a lot of the guys down to Miami to hang out with him. We had a massive showing for our group in Vegas just to come support out there in July. And then I think Jordan brought the group together in August. And most of the guys have been here since Labor Day. So we thought, get together, be a little bit more cohesive, spend some time getting to know each other, and that'll be more positive once you get on the basketball court as well.
Obviously, the more time you spend together, to your point, the better you get. But when you're talking about building relationships, you've also brought in some veterans that can help some of the young guys. How do you find that relationship is going to grow and help these guys?
I think it's important that the veterans chose to be here. They sat down with us. They talked about what we were trying to build and how they could be a part of it, and they chose to come to D.C. And when you have Jonas and you have Sadiq obviously being from D.C., knowing what it means here, and those guys wanting to be here, they're going to bring a defensive mindset. They're going to bring athleticism, and those guys can really get on the floor and help you in practice, but also in the games. And I think on draft night we showed that in going to get Malcolm Brogdon, adding more size, adding more competitiveness, someone that's good for Bub and Keyshawn, but also good for Jordan to play with.
You mentioned Bub and the relationship that D.C. and Baltimore have with each other. It's like a sibling rivalry, but at the same time.
I'm learning.
Right. Siblings, most importantly, are family.
Correct.
And so obviously the fan base has a connection to this team as well. What type of future do you see and how that relationship can grow, especially through players like Bub?
Yeah, I think the DMV in general is a basketball area. I think Baltimore is a huge basketball sports area. Bub brings the grittiness, the toughness, the competitiveness from that area, but he also is deep into the community up there and deep into what's going on here in D.C. So for us, we see it all as family. We want to make sure we're growing Wizard fans, and we're doing that by putting a product on the floor that everybody can be proud of. And that's just competing, showing up every single day and doing it the right way. And Bub's a great leader in that for us.
Final question for you. Opening night, October 24th, against a team that you kind of grew up with some proximity to.
Very close, very close.
The value of starting off strong with this season against the team, the defending champion Boston.
Yeah, I see the season as a marathon. We want to take a data point, which is game 1, onto the data point that's game 2, onto the data point that'll be game 82. But it's important to come out and compete and kind of show where we're at. It's a great opportunity for a measuring stick game to just go out and compete against the champs from last season. But for us, we're going to attack every game the same way. We're going to show up, be ready to play, and we'll see what happens.